3.
Hi, it's Mike Harris back with another episode of What in the Law podcast. And today we're going to talk a little bit about trials because that's what I've been doing a little bit lately. And anyone who is accused of an offense needs to understand a little bit about what a trial is. And that doesn't mean everyone's going to trial. In fact, it's a very small percentage of cases that really do go to trial. But everything in your case has to be referred to as what if you decide to go to trial. That's how you analyze whether a plea bargain is a good deal or a bad deal. So let's talk a little bit about what a trial is. And in short, it can be one of the most intense and all-encompassing moments of your life during that trial, especially if you're doing a multiple-day felony or complicated trial. So what is that? Well, it starts with jury selection. This can be one of the most important, if not the most important part of your case. And depending on what the case is about, and very importantly, depending on where you're living and doing this trial, jury selection can be extremely important. So you need to talk to your lawyer about what type of people you're looking for and what type of people you maybe want to avoid on your jury. Then you have opening statements. And you need to have an idea of what type of plan you have and what your side's opening statement is going to be. But even more important, you want to have some idea of what the opposition is going to do, what type of evidence they're going to say they think they have on the other side. Then it's time for witnesses. And witnesses are more than just who was there watching the offense or alleged offense. It can involve experts. It can involve pieces of scientific evidence, especially in cases such as DUIs. And it can involve various types of character depending on the type of case you have. So you need to understand what type of witnesses you're dealing with, both on the other side and your side, and what might be good or not so good for your case. When witnesses are finished, you get to decide if you're going to testify. And that's a whole nother complicated subject that can have a very important part of your case. And finally, there are closing statements, where each side gives a summation of what they are going to argue for their side. And you want to have some idea of what type of arguments are going to be made, both for and against your case. So that's a bit of a breakdown. Obviously, each of these subjects are very complicated, depending on the type of situation you have, and you need to have a good understanding. But that's a bit of a breakdown of some of the things to look for when you are considering a case, whether to take a plea or whether to go to trial, and what might happen. Thanks, and see you next time.